Second reading next sitting day. Call on Government Order for day number 2.
Outer Space and High Altitude Activities Bill interrupted debate on second reading.
Dr Shane Reti.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. It's a pleasure to speak to the Outer Space and High Altitude Activities Bill in its second reading. And of course, from the first reading to now, we've had the launch of the 18-metre Electron rocket on May 25th from Maihia Peninsula. Congratulations to Peter Beck and his team. Mr Speaker, as this bill progressed through Select Committee, we recommended several changes. There was general agreement on a lot of items, but we recommended several changes. And I want to especially comment on the issues of payloads and launches from New Zealand for peaceful purposes. Now, this was raised with us by Venture Southland, looking to insert a peaceful purposes statement. We looked at this very closely, and officials made 3 points to us as to why this was going to be problematic with that specific terminology. First point was that it's difficult to define and deploy payloads that may have a dual purpose. For example, initially, a GPS had a military purpose, and of course now it's got more of a civilian purpose. So very hard to tell what might actually go up in a payload and have a range of different purposes. Secondly, the proposed wording wasn't consistent with our international parties. Australia, Canada, US and the UK, they don't use that particular terminology. So that was a challenge as well. And thirdly, the case made to us was that there are safeguards in place already with our international treaties, including the Outer Space Treaty, Article 4, which requires peaceful purposes. What we were able to do was to insert sort of a statement of intent, if you like, not quite an avoidance of doubt, but a statement of intent. And this reads as follows, which I think very fairly conveys what everyone around the committee was in agreement. It was just, how do we do that? And it reads as follows. We recommend, this is the committee recommendation, we recommend inserting clause 3BA to list the obligations in the Outer Space Treaty about not placing any objects carrying nuclear weapons or weapons of mass destruction anywhere in outer space, establishing military bases, installations or fortifications on celestial bodies, natural bodies located outside of the Earth's atmosphere, for example the Sun, Moon and planets, and testing any type of weapons or conduct manoeuvres on celestial bodies. And so I think that fairly conveyed the intent of most people in the Select Committee for what we were looking to do. That is, we're very clear, payloads from New Zealand are not to be used for military purposes, it's for peaceful purposes. And so I think that was very good. There were a few other things that changed in Select Committee. We decided some definition of high altitude was going to be important and a few other things. But I have to say there was very much general agreement, which is a good thing because, you know, this is projected as a 600 million to 1.2 billion enterprise over the next 20 years. And this is New Zealand's innovative, high-tech reputation overseas. This is what we carry forward as what we do better than anything else, and I think it's a pleasure and a privilege to be able to wrap policy around it as policymakers to make this a successful venture. So with that, Mr Speaker, I commend this bill to the House.
Dr Megan Woods.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and it is my pleasure to take a